Welcome everybody. We are live today, and today I have a very special guest with us. We're gonna give it a few seconds for everybody to join, but in the meantime, so today's topic is gonna be really interesting. We're gonna be talking about this amazing platform that made this event even possible. We're talking about no other than LinkedIn. And the topic today is going to be around how to leverage LinkedIn, right? To be more specific, what strategies can we use to make the most out of this amazing platform? And I get it, 30 minutes is not going to be enough to be able to cover everything, but I'm sure we're going to try our best. Is that right, Marielle?
Yes, we really want to show you the most important basics so you can start leveraging through LinkedIn for your business.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's start with the introduction. Like, what is LinkedIn? What's going to be kind of like the latest topics? And then I'm going to jump into 3 quick strategies on how to leverage LinkedIn. And then Mariel is going to share her expertise on LinkedIn ads. So I think we're good to go and we should get started. Let me start sharing my screen. There you go. Share. And it's live. All right. Okay, so everybody's probably wondering who is Mariel that's joining today this call? Well, Mariel has been with our company for a few years already, and she helps us manage our business accounts, right? So if you are one of our clients, perhaps Mariel is one of your key account managers. And Mariel comes with a vast experience in not only helping startups and tech companies, but really a lot of experience in entrepreneurship. She even launched one of a company on herself in the past, and she still does in Mexico with bikinis and stuff like that. But with Boral Agency, what she really helped us is making sure our clients are generating results. And she's really good at that. And today she's going to share a little bit of her knowledge on how to leverage LinkedIn ads to be able to bring that result into your company as well. And to introduce myself, as you know, I'm co-founder of Boral Agency. We've been in business for over 13 years. We've been giving classes all over from universities to different events. And our mission is to truly be on the forefront of technology to help business owners like yourself or corporations to really get results on their marketing tactics. There's so many options out there to promote your business that it becomes a little bit difficult to even choose what's the best one for today. So that's my goal, to just show you, okay, this is the option. Is this something that will apply for your business or not? Okay, so let's get started. Enough with introductions. So first things first, make sure that you're following us on LinkedIn. You can find us at Boral Agency on Facebook, LinkedIn, of course, Twitter or X, and Instagram as well. Or as you found me with Patricia Boral on LinkedIn, which is how you made yourself here. All right. So first start with the introduction to LinkedIn, right? We all know that LinkedIn is a professional networking platform, right? It's a little bit more than a social media platform, right? You can compare it to Facebook, you can compare it to Instagram because and you sometimes see posts like, "Hey, this is not Facebook," right? Because this is really for the professional world. When you come to LinkedIn, you know that here you are looking to either find a job, hire a person, or facilitate business relationships, to be more specific, right? So a lot of times people think that LinkedIn, they're trying to treat it as any other social media platform, and that's mistake number one, right? LinkedIn, we need to think of the base of LinkedIn. It was created specifically to facilitate business, right? If you need someone, a professional, you go to LinkedIn to hire someone like that. If you are a professional and you're trying to broaden your network, you go to LinkedIn to do that. So now LinkedIn is offering even more tools for us to be able to get those business relationships. So when you're thinking on your strategy, that's the first thing you need to shift. LinkedIn is not a place for you to be selling and pushing your product. LinkedIn is a place for you to build relationships. And through those relationships, you're going to be able to increase your business and increase your bottom line, right? But your approach needs to be to build those relationships. LinkedIn has way over 800 million of members. It's in over 200 countries around the world. So it doesn't matter if you are a local company or if you're a global conglomerate, right? LinkedIn is the place where you need to be and make sure that you are promoting your business and also your employees are there, right? And there's a lot of ways for you to be able to provide your employees the tools for them to start sharing content about your company, making sure that they are following your brand guidelines. And that's actually, we're going to go ahead and jump into the key three strategies, right? Because I'm getting ahead of myself, right? That's actually one of the key strategies. Number one, and you've probably heard this so many times. The number one strategy is that you need to optimize your page, right? Your profile page, but also your company page. When you're thinking about your company page, right, you need to think about all the different aspects as, making sure you are highlighting case studies, what your business is doing, who do you serve, um, also provide like quality pictures of your products, services. And then you need to truly focus on your employees, your team. Your team needs to be added on your LinkedIn, like connected on your LinkedIn profile and company page. And you need to provide your team the support for them to have a good profile page as well, right? And for them to share content of the company. Now, the problem, and I know if there's somebody from HR here is probably yelling at me like, no, you cannot force people to share and comment and things like that. And that is true, right? You cannot force anybody to do that. However, you can offer the tools for them to do so if they choose to do that as well, right? And if you're focused on a good culture within your company, that becomes something very easy to do and accomplish. Okay, so number one strategy, it's a very old, sometimes don't change the old, right? If it ain't broken, why fix it? So optimize your LinkedIn profile, personal and company, and provide your employees with all the tools they need to be able to share content, for them to be able to have conversations about your company, about your services in the platform. Now, number two strategy, it really is about networking and relationship building, right? So how do you create a strategy to improve your networking and that relationship building? So it all goes down into number one, have you sat down to really look at your connections, right? Have you had the time to really filter those connections? And I like to think of the 80-20 rule, right? Like 80% of those connections, they need to be people that you're looking to connect, that can be potential prospects or that are clients, right? And then that other 20% could be service providers and people that can help you provide a service or something like that. Now, if you look at your LinkedIn and it's the other way around, well, you need to stop accepting connections from people that are trying to sell you something and instead build connections with those that you are looking forward to do business with, right? So, and I know it's hard when you don't know those connections, right? That's why the sales navigators become such a really great tool, right? But if those connections that you have right now on your LinkedIn are not adding value to you or to your business, then you really need to think if you want to have those connections or not, right? Because sometimes a connection will not necessarily be a service provider, can be someone that you are admiring and you follow, or someone that's giving you content that you need for your business to grow your business, or it could be someone that can be a referral partner, right? So you really need to make those decisions on, okay, maybe it's not a perfect 80-20, maybe it's more like a 60% prospects, 20% referral partners, and then 20%, sales or service providers, right? So think about your relationships, your connections within your platform. Take a time, a Friday afternoon where everything is a little bit more chill, and just focus on looking into that. And make sure that when you are going to networking events, you connect with people that you meet through the LinkedIn application. And you can easily do that by getting the QR code on LinkedIn as well. All right. And last but not least is the third strategy, right? Which is content and engagement. And that's where Mariel is going to be able to share with us a little bit more about ads. So advertising on LinkedIn, it's only one of the ways of sharing content, right? When you are targeting other businesses, for example, if you're B2B, you can create content that is really, again, going to add value to your prospects, right? It's going to add value to your referral partners. So when you're thinking about that, because remember the 80-20-20, right? Or the 60-20-20, you're also going to be someone's 20%, right? So if you are not creating content that's adding value to your audience, then what are you doing on LinkedIn, right? You're only pushing content and you're not going to become relevant. You're not going to be able to connect with people, right? So when you're thinking, make sure that you're sharing valuable content that's relevant to your audience, to your industry. You can become a market leader just by sharing, white papers, infographic, videos, where you are really positioning yourself as a market leader in your industry, and you are helping company with the content that you're providing. So when they really need your services, you're going to be top of mind, because they're like, oh my God, like in my case, right? Like, oh my God, I need marketing. I just saw a webinar where Patricia was talking about LinkedIn. Let me give her a call, right? That's how it works. So if you are sharing valuable content, you become top of mind for your prospects, referral partners as well. So it's not only about selling, right? Now, engage with your audience. When you see someone sharing or changing jobs, or someone that got an award or something like that, make a comment, right? It's very simple. Or give your opinion if somebody shared an article. When you are making comments, it's not only helping the algorithm show that you are relevant on a specific topic, or showing that you are alive, basically, and you're active on the platform, but it's also helping you engage with that person. And when you are engaging in a way of making a comment or liking or sharing a post, you are showing that you're also care and you are giving back to the community, right? And last but not least, we're going to talk about the other way of sharing content and engagement, right? And this is a way where you can actually get and track your analytics in a way that is more tangible, right? And we are talking about LinkedIn advertising, right? And for that, I'm going to open the floor for Mariel. All right. And you have the floor, Mariel. I'm going to
Okay.
start sharing your presentation.
Thank you so much, Patricia. Yeah, so if you want, we can start. Well, first of all, I mean, as you were mentioning, they're really important, because not only it's important to do a balance of organic posts and doing advertising as well, because as you can, I don't know if you know this, but yeah, on average, a person sees 10 pieces of content before making a decision. So you have to be constantly giving them information so that you're in their top of mind. And like the most people who drive business decisions in any company are probably on LinkedIn. So you need those decision makers to, close a deal, decide if they want to purchase, if they want to sign up for the service, for anything. So LinkedIn is really important to just be there, be relevant, and be on top of mind.
Mhm.
You can change to the next. Okay. So another thing that we recommend is before you start doing any ads, you should review your existing followers for both your personal and your brand and see exactly like what your target audience is, who's engaging with you, who's actually participating and, liking, commenting. And also, are these followers, maybe this is a friend or maybe this is actually someone you don't know. So this is someone you don't know. It's like, oh, this person is interested in my business and why? So that can help you define your target audience besides other things that can be another webinar in itself, right? It's like we're not even going to get into that right now. But
If
I
you want to
mean,
know, comment below and we can make it the webinar.
but yeah, so like if you already have followers, why not cater to them, and like thinking like organic and then using those organic and creating ads for those. So yeah, you can create a lookalike audience from those followers who are engaged with your profile already. And that way you can expand the audience, not just choosing, oh, the city you're in, the age group, and this. They can also be like, oh, I have these followers, just find people similar to them. And another good idea is to repurpose content. So, for example, that you wrote a blog post, and a lot of people, we get it, don't have time to go in and read the whole post. But what you can do is create like either visual images that talk a little bit about the blog, or even like short articles. LinkedIn provides a lot of like these guides that you can do 4 or 5 pages of quick information. So that is a really good way to, or do a live event like it was a webinar, something like that. So that's a really good way to get people to engage with your content without having to drive them to read a really long piece of work. So nowadays people have ADD or they don't have time, or it's really hard to get people to sit down and read a full blog post. So this is just another way to repurpose the content. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay. So it's interesting because when you think of LinkedIn ads, usually the ones that people think of most are the single image ads. That, it's just the one where you see an image and there's like a call to action and maybe sign up here, go to website, very simple. Those are great. Like we recommend you keep doing those because they are good for any type of the famous awareness consideration conversion funnel, which I don't know if like you're familiar with it, but basically when you have someone who's going through the buyer journey or going to get complete a purchase, they go through these different stages. Awareness is first bringing like awareness to your brand. What do you do? What services do you offer? What is your differentiator? Are you 24 hours, 7 days a week? Are you, more involved? And then the consideration stage is when they are already starting to think about, okay, I like this brand, like the initial idea of them. Um, what will make me decide if I want to work with them? So that's when they start looking at more, let's go into the website, let's go into look at case studies, let's look at testimonials, look at all these different things that you can offer as well. And then conversion is when they're like, okay, yeah, I decided I want to work with you because I went and saw everything that you have. And that's when they fill out a form, like on the website or in the LinkedIn also offers lead generation forms to fill out for ads. And they're like, I am going to give you my information because people are very private about that. They don't like to share their email, their phone. So that's really important to get them to that stage. But that's why we need to go through this funnel, because you cannot assume that just because you put out one ad, they're going to be excited already and they're going to do the research. That's the new nowadays, people do the research. And so here you can see the different ad types and how they are relevant to each stage. So as you can see, like we have the single image ad is the one that works for the majority, of course, not video views because it's not a video. So that's the one we always recommend to use when you're starting, when you're not that involved in like ads and you don't really have that much experience. But then we have carousel ads, which those, as if you're into Instagram as well, I don't know if you've learned that if you work on if you do carousel ads or carousel posts on Instagram, you get more engagement because people are swiping, they're engaging, they're doing something. So this is something that's becoming more relevant in all social media. So definitely do recommend getting into carousel ads on LinkedIn, not only because of that, but also because you can offer more information in an ad. So it can be 6 steps to have more engagement on LinkedIn, and then you can put in the 6 steps. So it's a good way to not overcrowd a single ad and get people like overwhelmed. You can just do a carousel and it can look really nice. And then we have video ads, which I mean, they speak for themselves, but of course, that's just doing like, depending on what you want to do, who you want to bring, it really changes. But we do recommend short, maximum 15-second videos and going straight to the point, active, a lot of scene changes when you're editing them. So it's not very slow and nothing's happening. And then event ads, well, that's an event. So anything that goes with an event that you're doing. Then document ads are and thought leader ads are something new that they've been starting to do now. And they basically go through like if you want to promote, for example, anything that you wrote or an article, or that's a really good way to get them to download it. So like an ebook that can be like if you're a thought leader, if you're like more of this influencer creator on LinkedIn and you want to share anything that you wrote or that you participated in an event and you wrote about it. So those are the types of ads. Yeah.
And make sure that when you're choosing your ad types, you are considering that a stage of awareness, consideration, conversion, but also what's going to be your KPI, right? Are you doing this just for brand awareness? Are you doing this because you're trying to get visits or you're trying to convert people, right? Lead generation. So they all change, and some of them are more suitable for one compared to other ones, right?
Correct. Thank you. Yes.
Let me just change it. There you go. Oh, there you go. I'll skip that one.
Yeah. So that's like going back to like the example that there are other ad types as well that these are more specific to what you need. So, for example, you've probably gotten an email ad in your inbox and it says sponsored. So those are ads that are used to create either just send a single message that goes like, come visit our website, we offer this, and you're not expecting a response. But conversation ads you are. So what is really good is once you start, we recommend you start with a conversation ad where you can get them to just maybe participate in like it's like using like a kind of a chatbot. So you get them to participate in a follow-up question like, are you interested? And it's yes or no. If they participate, then you can target them better in the message ads and get more specific into what they were interested in. So these two are really good for that. Again, it really depends on what you're looking for. So if you're looking at specific services that you want to promote, or we like those for events as well. If you're trying to get someone to come visit an event or join your webinar, anything. So those are good as well. And or getting someone to sign up for a demo, to sign up for the initial conversation. That's a good way to just get them to the link and get them to sign up quicker, and they don't, and it's just like it's more direct for them. So that's the plus on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and then text ads. So those are also ads that appear. They are only on desktop, but they appear like a little quick text.
I kept the picture of those
Yeah,
ones.
there it is. Yeah.
Mhm.
So those are also, again, it depends on what you're looking for, but those are easier to just, you have a catchy headline, quick, it's to the point, like take control, like your budget, it's fast. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, and the text ads, they're used mostly for brand awareness, of course, but also if you're trying to really increase the number of website visitors, and if that website visit is going to, like if you're using the link, which we highly recommend, to go to a specific landing page, a landing page will increase conversion. So if you're looking for website visits and website conversions, then these text ads can really help you do that and accomplish that.
Okay, and then these, so the spotlight ads and the follower ads are more to bring people to your, like, they're more for awareness, but basically they're to get people to follow your page. So if you're really struggling, like, we know it is important, like followers are not as important as they used to be back, but now the importance of followers is that when people open your profile, they will trust it more if there's more followers. If it's like a page where there's 200, maybe it's like, this is a little small. But if it's a page with thousands, then that will make them definitely influence their decision. Like it's kind of, I like to compare it with like when you see a page with reviews and you want to purchase, on Amazon, and something has 2 reviews or something has 200 reviews, then you'll most likely lean to the one that has more reviews. It means more people have participated with you, more people have this engagement with you. So running follower ads are great to just grow and get. Again, we are targeting people who are relevant, so you're not just getting followers for getting followers. These are actually people who are interested in your business, and they will most likely convert if you create content that is relevant to them. So, and then we have Spotlight and jobs ads. Those are more for if you are in HR or recruiting. Then obviously, if you're looking for promoting a job, then doing a job applicant ad promoting a position, or Spotlight ads as well. They go through like a specific brand and like why you should join our company. So those are more for job applications. But yeah, so here like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so basically we like to divide it between reach and relevance. So reach, obviously, I mean, when you're thinking about how to run your ad, so if you're looking for reaching as much people as possible, and you're not even interested in going specific for a city, you're just like, let's do all US, let's do all ages, let's do all men. We like doing this maybe at the beginning when you're not so sure like where your audience is. Obviously, if your product is not specific to a city, that makes sense. And then but we do like to do that, and then you go more into the relevant side of running an ad. So it's getting that information that you got, and you optimize your campaign. So you look at the data and you're like, okay, so if I want to do all US and my product is relevant for all US, and the most interest I found was in Texas and in California and New York. So then you filter out any other states that you really didn't see much interest. Same with the age group, same with like even demographic, like specifics, like what jobs are there in. And then you can optimize. And not even with that, there's so many ways you can optimize. You can, if you have a list of companies or contacts that you want to target, you can even upload those and get those people. So if you have a 10,000 person list, you can upload that and you can target those people. So it really is important, like how much you want to optimize your audience, and if you're looking for reach or just like relevant audience.
Okay, last but not least, let's talk money.
So lastly, like, so the bidding strategies, this is useful because again, like there's a way to just do it manually. I mean, automatic, where LinkedIn optimizes for you, but this is great at the beginning, but then it's important to start noticing specific things about it. So if like you see that, the cost per result is high, or, is it working for your leads? Are you getting like a good ratio? Then that's when you have to say, okay, I'm going to make me do this manually. And I'm going to say, okay, don't spend more than X amount per day, instead of giving like a lifetime budget. So it really is going into the different details of how much percentage are you getting back for your investment. And yeah, that is it for me for today.
That's it, and that's really it for both of us. Let me go back to this. Right. So LinkedIn ads is not as simple as just plug and play and see what happens. Right. You really need to think about what it is that you're trying to accomplish, but most importantly, in what stage is your audience at, right? Like you cannot create one ad fits all type of campaign. You need to create one campaign for each stage of your customer journey, right? Awareness, consideration, decision. And then on top of that, you need to make sure that that ad campaign is going for a specific KPI. So when you're really thinking about leveraging LinkedIn for your business, because remember, like if you're posting something here, this is business relations. It can really either help you grow your business or damage the reputation of your business. So I highly encourage you to work with an expert. You can reach out to us over LinkedIn, or you can visit our website at boralagency.com. We offer a free complimentary 15-minute kind of like a strategy session where we want to hear about your business and how can we help you, and we can even recommend you what's that next step to make sure that you're getting the best return on your investment. And if that's LinkedIn, then we can truly help you and guide you through the entire process either managing LinkedIn or training someone in your team to make sure that they are doing this to get the best return on investment, right? Okay. And that's it. Make sure that you're still following us and all of the different social media platforms. We are so happy. We are a little bit over time now in a few seconds. We're so happy that you were able to join today's webinar, and I hope to see you on the next one in 2 weeks. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Maria.
Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.